Hey everyone, and welcome to another Explainer. I am so incredibly excited you're here today because we're diving into some completely fascinating source material that will completely change how you look at wealth, consumerism, and financial freedom. We're going to explore the infamous $50,000 trap, walk through 10 completely normal things you need to refuse to buy, and lay out some hard-hitting minimalist money rules for true stability. We're getting right to the core of what separates people who actually have money from those who just look like they do.
All right, let's kick things off with Section 1, the tale of two incomes.
I want you to picture two very different financial lives. First up, we've got an individual earning a solid $95,000 a year. But their life? It's just packed to the brim with stuff. They've got a massive 75-inch TV, a $4,000 leather sectional, fancy kitchen appliances literally still sitting in the boxes, and closets bursting with clothes that still have the tags on them. But underneath all that flash? Total anxiety. They are exactly 2 missed paychecks away from a complete financial meltdown. Now, contrast that with someone earning barely over half that amount, just $52,000 a year. Their space is totally different. A modest couch, a normal TV, clothes they actually wear. But here is the absolute kicker. This person has immense peace of mind. They have 18 months of expenses saved up in cash, and they automatically invest 20% of every single paycheck. It completely shatters the illusion, right? The high earner is basically drowning in a lifestyle that eats every dollar they make, while the lower earner proves that income doesn't automatically equal wealth.
So, how does this happen? Well, it comes down to a fundamental rule from our sources. Everything you own costs you money twice. The number you see on the store receipt, that's just the entry fee. The real hidden drain is what's called the second cost. Every single physical item you bring into your life constantly demands storage, maintenance, mental energy, and opportunity cost. Think about buying a treadmill. It takes up about 20 square feet of space. Depending on where you live, you are paying roughly $600 to $1,000 a year in implicit rent just to store a piece of heavy equipment that, let's be honest, probably just functions as a very expensive laundry rack most days. Your stuff isn't just sitting there, it's actively charging you rent.
Moving right along to Section 2, the hidden $50,000 upgrade trap.
$50,000. Just let that massive number sink in for a second. According to our sources, this represents the invisible lifetime cost of unnecessarily upgrading perfectly functional items just because we're bored. Think about how totally normalized it's become to replace a perfectly working smartphone every 2 or 3 years just because the new one has a slightly better camera lens, or trading in a reliable car because your neighbor bought something flashier. Over 30 years, that relentless, exhausting cycle of upgrading perfectly good technology drains tens of thousands of dollars right out of your future wealth.
It's like this quote perfectly summarizes. These upgrades feel like improvements, but they're actually wealth destruction disguised as progress. The rule here is incredibly clear. Never, ever replace an item out of sheer boredom. An item is perfectly functional until it genuinely breaks down or fails to do its job. Wanting something shiny and new is not a mechanical failure. It's literally just marketing convincing you to solve a problem you don't even have.
Okay, Section 3, normal things to stop buying. If we want financial stability, we have to stop normalizing culturally accepted wealth traps. Let's rapid fire through 10 completely normal things you need to refuse to buy. Number 1, new cars with massive monthly payments. 2, unused home gym equipment. 3, those weird single-use kitchen gadgets. 4, cheap fast fashion. 5, functional tech upgrades. 6, oversized storage units. 7, trendy subscription boxes. 8, bulk buy items you never actually finish. 9, extended warranties on cheap goods. And 10, overpriced brand-name cleaning supplies. Our sources highlight a completely brilliant perspective shift here. When you see someone driving a brand-new $90,000 truck, do not think they're impressive. Instead, think about the massive monthly payment that is currently keeping them trapped in a job they might absolutely hate. Normalizing these purchases is exactly what keeps normal people broke.
This brings us to Section 4, the lifestyle multiplier effect.
Have you ever bought something and realized it's just a giant puzzle piece that requires 10 other pieces? Imagine buying a used boat for $5,000, thinking, hey, what a steal. But a boat isn't just a boat, is it? It requires a trailer, a hitch for your car, monthly storage fees, routine maintenance, safety gear, and insurance. Suddenly, that $5,000 impulse buy has ballooned into a $12,000 sprawling ecosystem of expenses. That is the lifestyle multiplier effect in action.
Before you make any major purchase, you absolutely must calculate the full ecosystem cost, not just the sticker price.
Let's dive into Section 5, Minimalist Rules for Stability.
The first minimalist rule is calculating your cost per use. Look, a trendy, fast fashion jacket might only cost $200, but if you only wear it twice before it rips or goes totally out of style, it literally costs you $100 per wear. On the flip side, a really high-quality classic jacket might cost $400 up front, but if you wear it 200 times, you bring the cost down to just $2 a wear. Running this simple math in your head completely destroys the urge to impulse buy. It proves that sometimes the more expensive, heavily used item is actually the vastly cheaper choice.
Now, here's a powerful mental tool for the stuff you already own, the replacement test. I want you to mentally walk through your house right now. Think about the clutter, that dusty bread maker hiding in the back of the cabinet, or that fondue set you got 5 years ago. Now ask yourself, if this item magically disappeared today, would I actually go out and spend my hard-earned cash to replace it? For a huge chunk of our stuff, the honest answer is absolutely not. And if the answer is no, those items have a negative value in your life right now. They're just stealing your space.
So how do we stop the endless influx of new clutter? You have to build friction. Step 1. Go into your browsers and remove your saved credit cards from online retailers. Actually make yourself get up and find your wallet. Step 2. Delete those addictive shopping apps from your phone entirely. Step 3. Implement a strict 24-hour waiting rule for literally any non-essential purchase. And Step 4. Automate your investment transfers the very day you get paid. The data backing this up is wild. Implementing just that 24-hour waiting rule evaporates roughly 70% of impulse purchases. You aren't relying on willpower anymore. You're building an environment where good decisions are automatic. A few more golden minimalist rules here to really lock in your stability. First, always rent or borrow gear to test out a new hobby before you buy a bunch of equipment that's just going to collect dust. Second, physically count your possessions. I mean, knowing you already owned 47 t-shirts makes buying a 48th feel pretty ridiculous, right? Third, strictly define what enough looks like for you before your income goes up so you avoid lifestyle creep. And lastly, practice cyclical decluttering. Don't exhaust yourself with a massive annual purge. Just casually find 3 unused items to remove every single week.
Finally, Section 6, Wealth is measured by optionality.
Our sources make a profound point. True wealth isn't the physical stuff you accumulate. Wealth is optionality. It is the pure freedom to choose. It's the ability to immediately leave a toxic job that's destroying your mental health. It's the ability to take 6 months off to care for a sick family member, or the freedom to finally start your own business. But you can only make those life-changing choices if you have built a massive financial margin between what you earn and what you spend. Money tied up in an expensive car you don't really need is money that absolutely cannot buy your freedom when you desperately need it.
Which brings us to the ultimate question our sources pose for us today. Do you want to own your possessions or have your possessions own you? Every single time you swipe that credit card, you are making a deliberate choice. Are you buying temporary comfort that slowly builds a financial prison, or are you keeping your money to buy your ultimate lasting freedom? I really hope this explainer has shifted how you view the items in your home and the potential of the money in your bank account. Thank you so much for exploring this with us today, and until next time, keep making choices that buy your freedom.